What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Career Mode of Wrexham. This is episode number 72, and we have started off life in the Premier League, our 5th season in, and we had a busy summer window, and we needed it as well. We needed to bring in Premier League quality, Premier League experience, because pretty much this entire squad have never tasted the Premier League before, so it's going to be a challenge. And as you can see here, we've run through our transfers. Cole Rushworth brought in our new number 1 from Brighton. Ilya Zabarnyi breaking our transfer record for the centre-back. And then Premier League experience brought in from the free agency market. Matt Targett, David Brooks, and Dele Alli as well. Our transfer business won't be done yet, but we also sold some players as well. We sold 3 Youth Academy graduates as well as Jacob Mendy. So getting some players off the books. It's going to be an entertaining season. I'm telling you that right now. And if you're asking me how I'm going off that, well, the first game will exactly explain to you why. Played Bournemouth at home in the season opener, and we were 2-0 down at half-time, drew the game 2-2. That is just the Wrexham way, never giving up, pure entertainment and pure value for money, and hopefully more games to come like that. Well, we reject a monster bid from West Ham to kick off this episode. £47 million they came in for Alfie Devine, which would have been an absolute record deal for us. We reject the bid, though, because Alfie isn't going anywhere. He is our star boy. He is going to be our key player this season. He is our best player by far in this club. He's 81 rated now. And if we want any chance of staying up this season, he is going to be the key. Well, we do let a couple of players go. Samuel Mason heads to the MLS. He goes to Cincinnati. A few of our players now have head over to across the pond into the MLS, obviously with the American and Canadian owners now in Ryan Reynolds and, oh my God, Rob McElhaney. Almost forgot his name there. There's going to be a lot of interest in the MLS with Wrexham going over there in pre-season and stuff now. There's going to be interest in their players. So I don't mind selling some of the players overseas. We also accept a bid from Seattle Sounders for Ethan Allen, another one of our Youth Academy graduates. Well, heading into the first game of the episode, and it would be a familiar foe. Leeds United at Ellen Road. Won the championship last season, got promoted with us. They ran away with the championship, guys. They had an unassailable lead all season long. It was double digits for most of the season. It ended up being 9 points, and they look like they're going to mean business. They won 30 of their 46 games last season, and let me tell you this. First game of this season in the Premier League, they get the champions Man City, who won the quadruple last season. They beat them 2-1. So Leeds are here to play. And Jorginho Ruta, who scored a brace at the Etihad, who obviously now moved on to Brighton in real life, but he's staying at Leeds in the game. He scored a brace at the Etihad. He gets Leeds off to the perfect start, giving them a 1-0 lead just 6 minutes in. We are unchanged, by the way, from the side that drew with Bournemouth. Zabarnyi, Rushworth, and Targett, the new boys in there. Ali and Brooks on the bench. Leeds, despite going 1-0 up, they did not take their foot off their gas. And Gerhardt, the youngster, he hit the post with a shot before a big save from Cole Rushworth kept it 1-0. And then in injury time, 5 minutes into just 2 added on, Ben Chilwell, the former Leicester and Chelsea fullback, now at Leeds, he gives the home side a 2-0 lead, and Ellen Road is rocking. Well, 25 minutes to go in the second half. We weren't seeing much from the boys, to be honest, and we made a change. David Brooks on for his debut, replacing Rocco Vata, who we're actually rejecting quite a few bids in. Udinese, the latest club to come in for Rocco. He's definitely hot in form right now, and definitely hot in demand. But our Irish winger isn't going anywhere. Well, just after that substitution, a nightmare mistake. I don't know what happened here, to be honest. I clicked clear it from Greaves, but for some reason he delayed it, and then it got blocked, and Leeds would make it 3-0. Drama converting from the tightest of angles through Rushworth's legs, and then Ruta would make it back-to-back games with braces. He would make it 4-0, and the home side are running riot. With 15 minutes to go, David Brooks would pick out a beautiful pass, and Paul Mullin would make it 2 goals in 2 games. Brooks with a fantastic assist, and Mullin, what a finish this is. First time, curled into the far corner, looping over the keeper, and we do have a goal on the board. And then with 5 minutes to go, Will Smallbone involved. He has Luke Chambers down the left, finds Chambers, who plays it to Jewison Bennett down the line. Bennett gets to the byline, dinks the ball in, and David Brooks is there to add to his assist with a goal, and it is 4-2. But unfortunately, it was too little too late for us. We were absolutely dominated by the hosts. who were clinical. And to be honest, it was quite a worrying performance from us. We weren't great for 85 minutes of that match. So David Brooks obviously making a difference when he came on, a 9.6 rating, a goal and an assist for the winger. But it was a poor performance from us. And that's back-to-back seasons with 4-2 defeats now at Ellen Road. That, of course, happened to us last season as Leeds did the double over us. They were too good for us last season and clearly too good for us this season as well. It looks like Leeds will not be struggling as we probably will be. 1 point from our first 2 games, though not to panic just yet. We know every game is going to be a tough one, but it is against those teams where we do need to be picking up our points. Leeds at the top of the table, 2 wins from 2. Well, Ethan Allen has his move to the MLS confirmed. He is heading to Seattle, so that is our 3rd player we've sold to the MLS this summer already. We reject a bid from Leicester coming in for Alex Lowry. Obviously, Alex Lowry not starting for us, but we need that depth, that quality. And also Leicester, one of the teams that got promoted with us last season from the Championship, they will be in that relegation battle with us, I assume. We cannot afford to sell to a rival, so Alex will not be going anywhere. And, well, Alex will actually be getting his first minutes of the season as we face Burnley in the Carabao Cup second round. Burnley, who have started off in the Championship in very hot form as we predicted. We looked at their side last episode and it is absolutely stacked. I don't know how they got relegated, but they're definitely going to get promoted this season. They've got the likes of Cohen Trout. I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but the Portuguese winger who's absolutely electric. Conor Gallagher, Mark Gahey. The team is stacked. They've got Tanguy and Dombele in midfield as well. Well, we'd make 11 changes to the team that lost to Leeds, obviously rotating massively for the cup games. Dexter Heath is in for his first senior appearance, that youth academy graduate who has the potential to be special tag. Really excited for this player. There are also first starts for Dele Alli and David Brooks. However, it would be the visitors who would continue their hot form. Our bad form would continue. They would go 2-0 up early doors. I think it was Dennis and Cohen Trowell with the goals. And what's even worse is Jarrell Quansah picked up an injury. Burnley didn't put the ball out of play, which, to be fair, it wasn't a head injury, so they didn't need to. And they went on and scored whilst we had a man down. Quansah we subbed off. Dexter Riley, another youth academy graduate, coming on in his place. And then in the second half, I mean, wow. What a goal. Zarori with an absolute worldie curled into the far corner. And the Clarets have a third. And then Emmanuel Dennis would grab his second goal of the game with a beautiful lob. And Burnley would have 4 before the Portuguese winger would make it 5. And this was becoming an absolute rout. Zarori into Dennis. And he has a hat-trick. And we are 6-0 down. Dennis with a hat-trick. I mean... Look, the thing is, form is so big in this game, and Burnley, unbeaten in their first 5 games, winning 4 of them. We are winners in our first 2 games and playing in the Premier League now, and the form showed. Burnley were clinical. We did make changes, but I still believe that our team had enough quality to win this game. I was wrong. Elliot Lee would grab a consolation goal, getting his first goal of the season, thanks to a Lewis Dobbin assist. But it would finish 6-1 to the Championship side. We are dumped out of the cup, and our heaviest defeat, is matched. Back when we lost 7-0 to Gillingham in season 1. So, oh no, it's not matched. What am I talking about? That is not matched. That's a 7-goal swing, and this was a 5-goal swing. Well, it's our second worst defeat. Okay, battered by Burnley, and we're dumped out of the cup. Maybe it's for the best. We can just focus on the league, but no one wants to lose like that, do they? Luckily, Jarrell Quansah's injury is just a 5-dayer, and then we reject a couple of bids here. Rory Baker, the bids are coming in from big teams for him. That makes me think that maybe he could be a good player for the future. Who knows? The captain, Paul Mullin, comes to us and said that he's a bit worried that we aren't meeting our targets. As we have a look at the round 3 draw, as we always do, who would we have faced if we'd beaten Burnley? We would have hosted Chelsea at the Racecourse Ground, but it wasn't to be. Well, into our second game of the episode, and we head back into league action, and it is the first of one of the big boys, one of the big teams coming to the Racecourse Ground. It is Manchester United, the Red Devils against the Red Dragons. What a tie this is going to be. 4 points from their first 2 games, Man United, by the way. They beat Brighton away from home, which in real life, Brighton actually have their number. I think they've won 5 of the last 6 meetings between them two sides. And then they drew with City at home, which wasn't a bad result. So 4 points for Man United to start off the season as they travel to North Wales. Well, Jewison Bennett would have a fantastic chance, put through one-on-one against Onana, but his shot hits the post. He beat the keeper, but it also came in off the inside of the post and bounced back across the goal. And then Man United would come down the other end. Zabani with a huge block, and then he intercepts play here, and Will Smallbone finds Jewison Bennett, who is in one-on-one again, is identical to that first chance. Jewison Bennett, can he make it right this time? Oh my god. It is identical. It is frame for frame identical. Put in one-on-one in the exact same position, and his shot has hit the exact same place on the post. Beating Onana across him, hits the inside of the post, bounces back out. Wow, we should have been leading this game, but we head into the break tied at 0-0. And then 3 minutes into the second half, the Man United midfielder goes through Ismaila Koulibaly. Fairly, says the referee, but it does not look good for our midfielder. And the ref stops the game, and we have to sub him off. And as you can see on the replay there, did not look comfortable for Ismaila, and well, hopefully it's not as bad as it looks, but for now he has to come off. Dexter Heath, the youngster, is in to take his place. Well, 69 minutes on the clock, Zabani would lose the ball, and then somehow it stayed out of the net. Zaire Emery, former PSG midfielder, now at Man United, had a shot which I think was blocked. I think Cole got a block on this, and then Rashford was offside anyway from an impossible angle he missed. 72 minutes on the clock. I mean, well, who's sliding in like that? Bloody hell. Going to give away a penalty. Kirkes with the ball. Driving inside. Rushworth with the save. Man United really pressing home now. They're a quality advantage as they look to steal a winner. And 85 minutes on the clock. It looks like they have done so. Scott McTerminator, the man who has now left Man United, gone to Napoli in real life to play under Antonio Conte. He has smashed home what looks like to be the winner and sends that away end into delirium. Rushworth's been fantastic, made save after save, but he could not do anything about that one into the top bins. And it looks like we are facing defeat in the face. Well, 90 minutes on the clock, ball into Alfie Devine. What a touch. Alfie Devine! This kid is special, I'm telling you. West Ham, £47 million. No, he is not going anywhere. New number 8 for him. What a goal that is. Alfie Devine. I know this kid's going to be key for us this season. And we have snatched a point. It looked like we were going to face defeat with that late goal from McTominay. But we grab a draw. Yuri Regier, the assist king from last season, picks up his first helper for this campaign. Plays it into Devine, whose first touch is brilliant to take him away from the defender. Second touch gets him away from Martinez properly, and he smashes it across Onana. And we come away from this one with a point. And deservedly so, I think. The game was fairly even. I think both sides had their spells of possession and chances, and I'd say a draw was a fair result. So Devine with his first goal of the season, Regier with his first assist of the season, Devine with an 8 rating. And Rushworth, I was impressed as well. He made multiple saves in that game. It was tough on him that he couldn't keep the clean sheet. But 2 home games, 2 draws, which, to be honest, we need to make the racecourse a fortress this season if we're going to stay up. And it's not too bad. We've earned 2 points from losing positions so far. And as you can see there, 3 games in, 2 draws, 1 defeat. We are above the relegation zone. If the season ended there, I would be happy with it. Well, as we run through the emails, some more bids for our players, but it is Heartbreak Hotel. Ismaila Koulibaly suffers an ACL, and he is done for the season. 7 months our starting CDM is out for. That is huge. That is huge because Koulibaly goes unsung, really, the role he does. That ball-winning midfielder allows that attacking 5 that we have to play, but he is going to be missed. He is out for the majority of the season. He may make it back for the last couple of games, which could be key, but he is going to miss the majority of our Premier League season, which is such a shame because he played such a big part in us making it there. Well, we had to get on in signing his replacement immediately, and we brought in Glenn Kamara, another player with Premier League experience, former Leeds player, also played for Rangers. He's going to replace Koulibaly, brought him in from the free agency market. We also take Dexter Heath off the off the loan market. Sorry. Now with that injury, we want to keep that depth in CDM available. So he is going to stay, and we bring in Glenn Kamara for our 6th signing of the summer. We then reject a bid for Jacob Greaves from Seville and a bid for Luke Chambers from Leicester. But we did sell another player, Dexter Nicholson, another player on his way to MLS, and another player on his way to Nashville. We agree on a deal just shy of £1 million, and he will join former Youth Academy graduates Nathan Lloyd and Ryan Morris at Nashville. I really like this. It's kind of like Nashville becoming our feeder club, our kind of sister club, from across the pond. This is really, really sick, and hopefully this relationship can continue. They now have 3 of our Youth Academy graduates, and he heads out there. And then we look to sell another one, Rory Baker, the goalkeeper. Fulham come in for him, but we actually couldn't agree on a fee for the goalkeeper. And I'm starting to think that Rory Baker might have something about him, because a lot of clubs are coming in from him. Bilbao came in for him. I think a couple of German sides came in for him as well. So we unfortunately couldn't sell him on to Fulham. And then Dominic Howarth, we did have a deal for him to go to St Mirren very late on the transfer deadline day, but it fell through without enough time. 3 players called up to international duty: Kamara, Vata, and Sabani, which is really cool to see. It's nice to see our players now getting represented by their nations. As we head into the 3rd game of the episode, it is Leicester, another promoted side. Now, Leicester, when we played them last season, they had that front 3 of Ansu Fati, Victor Boniface, and Arda Güler. That front 3 was an absolute joke, and all 3 of them have now been sold on. Fati is at Arsenal, Boniface is back at Leverkusen, so maybe it was a loan, whilst Güler is at Lazio. So they are going to be a lot weaker this season. That front 3 was ridiculous, and they tore us apart. I think they did the double over us last season, so I'm not surprised that we drew 3-3 at home. They battered us. They battered us when we played them here at the King Power Stadium. So, time to right some wrongs. And after that draw at Man United, we named, it's almost an unchanged team. Obviously, the injury to Koulibaly means he's out for the season. Glenn Kamara straight in for his debut. And on the stroke of half-time, a beautiful ball from Matt Targett, and an equally beautiful finish from who else? Alfie Devine. This kid is a star. Back-to-back games, back-to-back goals. What a ball from Matt Targett. What a touch, first touch from Alfie Devine. Takes it onto his so-called weaker left foot, smashes it across the keeper into the far post. We lead 1-0 going into the break. These are the games that we need to win, guys. Leeds away, I know we lost it, but playing the teams that came up with us last season, these are the fixtures that we're going to need to be winning. And I think Leicester are going to be struggling with us this season, so picking up points against these teams is vital. Well, with just over 20 minutes to go, Leicester would find an equaliser. McAteer with an unbelievable cross that is just in that corridor of uncertainty, just in front of all of our defenders. Bit annoyed that Matt Targett wasn't goal side, but sometimes you just have to put your hands up and say fair enough. And what a cross that was, and a nice little finish as well as Leicester grab the equaliser. And then last kick of the game, I thought Alfie Devine might be able to have another magic moment. Unfortunately, it wasn't so. But it's back-to-back draws, and not a bad result against Leicester. The game definitely ebbed and flowed for both teams. I think they edged possession, but we edged the chances. As you can see here, Matt Targett with an 8.0 rating. He grabbed the assist for Devine's goal. So first time we've led and dropped points rather than the other 2 games we've drawn. We've come from behind, so plenty to learn. But I'm not too worried about what I'm seeing so far. I think we're holding our own. As I mentioned, we will concede goals, we will concede chances, but for now, it's not too bad. As we look at the Premier League table, Newcastle starting off strong, 4 wins from 4 for Eddie Howe's side. Impressive for them. Liverpool and West Ham also unbeaten. Leeds up there as well. I think they might have a good season, 16th right now are Wrexham, one of 3 sides without a victory. Everton and Fulham, the other 2 sides, but they've lost all 4 games, whilst we have drawn 3 of our 4. So actually, it's not too bad. We've lost 1 of our opening 4. Not too bad at all, although saying that, we were smashed in the cup and we've had our starting CDM out for the season. So, bit of a rough start, but it could be worse. Well, that'll be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. Drop a like on the video if you're enjoying it. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in episode 73 very soon.